welcome to Parkinson's Voice Group online exercises. My name is Anna and I will be leading us through today's exercises. Thanks for joining us. So just a little overview of what today will look like. So we'll do a vocal warm-up and just to get our voice nice and ready for the exercises. And then we'll do a reading exercise, and so we'll read a passage that's just 2 slides long, and then we will have a cognitive exercise, and so this will just be questions kind of about the reading, about the passage, and then we'll have a cool down. And so that is all we will have today. So just some tips before we get started on how to increase our voice level. So in order to make our voice louder, we want to take a deep, big breath before we begin to speak. And so just really getting in the habit of doing that and being intentional about taking that deep breath before is just key in making your voice loud and also allowing you to lengthen out your sentence or word or phrase or whatever you're saying. That will just allow you to talk for longer. You'll want to use your stomach muscles to help force air out of the lungs. You'll want to make sure you are maintaining a good posture wherever you are, whether you're sitting or standing. Make sure that your posture stays consistently good throughout. And then you'll want to open your mouth when you're speaking. And so really just over enunciate your just vowels, whether it's ah and your mouth is rounded or e and your lips are pulled back. Just make sure you're over enunciating that. That'll allow you to increase your voice level. So let's warm up. Alright, our first one is our may, me, my, mo, and moos. And so we'll do this 5 times through. And so for this one, it's kind of like a chant, but you want to make sure you link together all those words. And so they're connected and smooth, and you'll stay in the same range for this. And so it'll sound a little bit like this. May, me, my, mo, moo. And so, yeah, you'll just connect them and just stay in the same range, just in your conversational range. It should be pretty much the same tone throughout. So we'll do that 5 times together. So you'll do it at the same time as I do it. So you should hear my voice and your voice. And I will just count us down. So here we go. Ready, set, may, me, my, mo, moo. Awesome job. Second time. Here we go. May, me, my, mo, moo. Great work. And third time. Remember to take a big breath before. Ready, set, may, me, my, mo, moo. Awesome. And a 4th time. Here we go. Ready, set, may, me, my, mo, moo. All right. And last time. Make this one the loudest one yet. Here we go. Ready, set, may, me, my, mo, moo. Awesome job. Now we are moving right along to our ahs. So before we get started, take a quick drink of water. If you don't have one, this is your chance to go and grab a water. All right, and here we will get started. All right, we will do our ah for 10 seconds. And so you'll just hold this as loud as you can for 10 seconds for 5 times. And so I will do it first and then I'll have you do it after. And so just listen for my model and then I'll cue you up to go for 10 seconds. Get my timer out. All right, here we go. And your turn. Ready, set, go. Stop. Great job. All right, now we will do it again. Make sure your mouth is open wide, just like in that picture. Really round your mouth out. And so we will do that again. Now it's your turn. Remember, make that mouth wide and open. Ready, set, go. Stop. 2 down, 3 more to go. Here we go. Now it's your turn. Ready, set, go. Stop. Awesome job. 4th time. Here we go. Now it's your turn. Make sure you take that big breath before. Ready, set, go. Stop. Okay, last time. Make this one the loudest yet. Now your turn. Make this one count. Ready, set, go. Stop. Great job with your loud ahs. I hope your voice is getting nice and warmed up. Take a quick drink and before we get started with our glides. Alrighty, here we go. So next up we have our glides, and so for this one we will just want to make sure that we're starting in our low range, gliding to the high, taking a catch breath, and then gliding from high to low. And so you want to gradually get higher, and then gradually get lower. If you need to do kind of a stair step, you certainly can do that. But we just want to make sure our voice is smooth throughout, and we're not going outside of our conversational range. And so that is kind of the goal for our glides. And so we will do this all together. So you and I both at the same time, 5 times through. And so I'll just give you a model before we start. So it'll sound a little bit like this. Ah, ah. All right, so that is what our glides will sound like. So we will go ahead and get started. And so we will do it together. Here we go. So let's do it together. We're ready, set. Ah, ah. Did you remember to take a catch breath in between? All right. Let's do it again. We're ready, set. Ah, ah. Great job. 2 down. 3 more to go. Here we go. 3rd time. Sure you take that deep breath before. Ready, set. Ah, ah. Great job. Take a quick drink of water before we finish our last 2 up. All right, 2 more. Here we go. Ready, set. Ah, ah. And the last one. Last one, make this one the loudest you can. Ah, ah. Awesome job. Now we are moving on to our functional phrases. And for these phrases, you'll just want to make sure that you're focusing on your intonation. And so if there's an exclamation point, make sure you rise your intonation at the end of the phrase. And if there's a question mark, ask it like a question, etc. So you can just repeat after me. I will say the phrase and then I'll pause so that you can say it after. So, first one I'll say, and then we'll go through the rest. Good morning. Good night. How are you? See you later. Okay, goodbye. No, thank you. Very well, thanks. It's time to go. Who is it? Are you kidding me? It's over there. Great job. Take a quick drink of water before we get started with our counting. All right. Let's get started. So for the counting, you'll want to make sure your loudness level is a little bit above conversational speech. And so with the counting, we'll just count together and make sure you're holding out that number and really lengthening it into the next. So just linking those numbers together. We'll do each line twice. So let's get started. Here we go. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And again. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And next row. 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. And again. 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Next row. 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. Next row. 32, 34, 36, 38, 40. And again. 32, 34, 36, 38, 40. And last row. 42, 44, 46, 48, 50. And again. 42, 44, 46, 48, 50. Great job. We are moving on to our water break, and then we'll read. So grab a quick drink of water. All right, here we go. All right, so we will be reading through this passage. It's 2 slides, and we'll do this together. And so just make sure you're reading along with me. Use your intent when you're reading, and so just really enunciate through the words and sentences and not trailing off, but really being punctuate with your words and just taking a breath when you need it. Let's get started. The world's largest education publisher, Pearson, has said it will gradually phase out printed textbooks. It has taken a decision to make all of its learning resources digital first. Pearson said the future of the industry is in ebooks and digital services. Pearson CEO John Fallon explained more about the company's future direction. He told the BBC, "We are now over the digital tipping point. Over half our annual revenues come from digital sales. So we've decided, a little bit like in other industries like newspapers or music or in broadcast, that it is time to flick the switch in how we primarily make and create our products." He added, "I am increasingly confident and excited about this." Pearson said a huge advantage of digital books is that they can be continually updated, which means teachers will always have access to the latest versions of textbooks. Mr. Fallon said Pearson would stop its current business model of revising printed course books every 3 years. He said this model has dominated the industry for over 4 decades and is now past its due-by date. Fallon said, "We learn by engaging and sharing with others, and a digital environment enables you to do that in a much more effective way." He added the digital books will appeal to the Netflix and Spotify generation. Textbook writers are worried that they will earn less from their books as digital products are sold on a subscription basis. All right, first question. Let's read it together. What was a benefit of using ebooks that the article listed? A, because competitors are doing it. B, ebooks can be continually updated for teachers. C, the ease of reading for vision. D, cheaper. I'll give you a minute to think about that. All right, the answer is B. Ebooks can be continually updated for teachers. That was one of the benefits that the article Pearson mentioned. Next question. List 5 to 10 pros and cons of only having textbooks available as ebooks and not the paper option. I will give you a minute. All right. So here are some pros and cons that I came up with. It's transportable. These are the pros. Easy to update. Convenient, as in it's not super heavy to carry around. It's quick to obtain by just clicking a button. And you can annotate online. Some cons I thought of was just personal preference of how just a paper feels. It's not a physical copy, so that could just be hard for people who are visual learners. Just access to getting an ebook on a device that you may not have. And then battery life of the device. If the device dies, then your book also dies. And it could be easy to forget about if you don't have the physical copy sitting there to remind you about it. Next one, name 10 words that you associate with books. The word books. I'll give you a minute. All right. Here are some words that I associated with the word books. Words, paper, reading, magazines, eyes, writing, stories, fiction, nonfiction, and store, like a bookstore. So we will move on to our cool down, and so we'll do our ah for 5 seconds all together. So we'll do that right now. Ready, set, go. Ah. And stop. And now you'll do that same ah, but you'll do it for as loud and as long as you can. So you'll repeat that. And so I'll cue you up, count you down, and then I will just tell you intervals of 5 for how long you've gone up to 20. So you can kind of hear how long you're going. And so we want to aim for more than 10 seconds is great. So let me get ready and I'll count you down to do your loud and longest ah. Ready, set, go. 5, 10, 15, 20. And stop. All right, take a quick drink of water so you can do your loudest one next. Ready, set, go. 5, 10, 15, 20. Awesome job. That is all we have today. Thank you so much for joining us, and I hope you have a